bro, the hard power nations are some or the other way trying to strengthen their stranglehold over the other nations. The tech power nations are in some way or the other trying to make the world dependent on their technology and products. And why is our Bharat still stuck in this and jati that, and caste? No difference between the ruling alliances or all the opposition combined. But the most crucial question mark is hanging over the UGC. It has been trending more than any other popular sports event for the past 24 hours. I understand you more or less try to skip questions that are attached with Indian politics, but how about I take this one? UGC. The UGC rules, or whatever it was, of creating divisions in Indian society based on caste and labeling certain groups within India's population as permanently oppressed groups, and labeling certain groups within India's population as permanent oppressors. What was the objective of doing this? The Supreme Court has struck it down or paused it or whatever. But what was the objective of this? To create more divisions in Indian society. Haven't the British and the former Turkic occupiers done enough to create divisions in Indian society? You're creating more and more and more permanent divisions in Indian society, creating a permanent sense of victimhood somewhere, in a permanent sense that some people are permanently oppressors. Isn't the job of the government to unify the country, to end whatever divisions and differences exist and bring the people together harmoniously? Isn't that the job of the government? But you see, we are a democracy. In democracy, it really pays to paint some people as permanent victims and to then portray yourself as the savior. And those guys have been oppressing you for 5,000 years or whatever. And then reap the political benefits of that, rewards all the time. That is cynical politics. That is poisonous for the civilization. I'm not sure the Indian government even recognizes India as a civilization anymore. We are not really a civilization in the real sense of the word anymore. We are a colonized nation. And the politicians seem to be, all they seem to care about is short-term benefits. To hell with the civilization and long-term future. Right? Our politicians claim that caste is a very bad thing in India. And caste must be annihilated. Right? Caste is evil, caste must be annihilated. I agree. Annihilate caste completely. So what stops them from doing it? Whatever reservations you are giving, give the reservations on the basis of a family's economic situation, financial condition, not so-called caste. What is stopping them from doing it? Remove caste from all official documents, government documents, whether it's a birth certificate or death certificate or school certificate or whatever certificate. Remove caste completely and permanently. End of caste, annihilation of caste. Do it, right? And then give reservations fairly on the basis of each family's economic situation. That's the end of your caste issue, but the government will not do it. Your politicians they claim that they are against caste, but they are the ones who are keeping caste alive forever. Who believes in caste today? You go to any city, go and sit in a restaurant. Do you care what's the so-called caste of the guy who's serving you? Do you care what's the so-called caste of the person who is the cook, who's the chef, who's handling your food and chopping your vegetables and whatever else? Do you care? When you sit in an aircraft, when you sit in a bus or in a train, do you care what's the caste of the person sitting next to you? When you're traveling, when you're walking in a crowded street and you're bumping shoulders with people, do you care what's the caste of anybody? It is these politicians who are keeping caste alive. The British made it mandatory for government documents to have caste. They did this more than 100 years ago. Today's politicians are keeping this alive for their own benefit, not for the benefit of the country. Annihilate caste. ended completely. What's stopping you? This is terrible, absolutely terrible, and it's so incredibly disappointing. That's all I have to say about this. I've broken my rule of not discussing local politics or internal matters of India, but I suppose I should in this matter.